What happened to you when you then visited the doctor regarding a chest complaint?
She said it was a different doctor.
Mm-hmm.
It was a doctor called Deborah Colvin.
Right.
I don't really know her. I haven't really had any experience with her. I think in 20 years I might have seen her twice.
What did Dr. Colville say to you?
She said to me, "How are you feeling? I believe you've been..." I went in for a chest infection. She said to me, "How are you feeling after your ordeal? I believe you'd been sent by Dr. Wilkinson to Hackney Hospital on an emergency appointment. Mm-hmm. What did they say, and are you all right?" And I said that basically it was 2 weeks after I was okay. You know, I said that under the circumstances that what I'm living like. She said to me, "How are you sleeping?" And she just gave me a prescription. She says, oh, "Just try these." It was just a you know, sort of like, "Oh, well, try these. These will help you sleep at night, and you won't be feeling as distressed." So I went back at 6 o'clock at night because she hadn't attended to my chest infection.
Oh, right.
And I seen a doctor go there just before he finished his surgery. See her, and he was very nice with me. And he said to me, "Mary, why don't you take the..." He said, "Are you taking those pills the doctor gave you?" And I said, "No." He said, "Mary, why don't you take the pills?"
And did he give you anything for the chest complaint?
No, that was... I didn't get anything because he said that, you know, I thought that I still couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that she just had given me wrong medication.
Did he give you anything for the chest complaint? Did he tell you anything about it?
No, he just said he examined it, and he said, "I don't want to give you any antibiotics because you're used to taking a lot of antibiotics," which I have been, because that's all I ever have been prescribed for. And he said to me they'd never ever given me an X-ray or a chest X-ray.
Did he give you anything? Did he give you any sort of advice or tell you what was wrong with you and with your chest?
No, he didn't. I just went after that. It was just like sort of 5 minutes, and I said, "Could you you know, I just sort of went in, could you recheck it?" Because I still was having problems with breathing.
What happened when the mental health team arrived then?
I was sitting in my house, and I think it was probably weeks after, and it was 6 o'clock at night, and 2 nurses turned up, an Australian woman and a woman from Denmark.
And what did they say to you?
And she said to the doctor, who was very concerned about you, to say, and I was thinking it was because of the person that they moved in that intimidates me, and so I thought they were coming to check if I was all right at my home. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything. I've never had any mental health services round to me ever before. I have no record of social workers or anything like that.
Where were they from?
So I didn't really know where they were from, to tell you the truth.
Where
they said they were from care in the community.
Now, you had an appointment with a Dr. Metcalf on the 22nd of December. Can you tell me the nature of the questions? The
questions were, did I have any family? Mm-hmm. Was I in any debt?
Yeah.
Personal questions.
Anything to do with medical or...
No, and questions? I took papers round to show her about the housing.
Right, and did she give you any medication?
No, she said to me, she gave me a prescription. So
just on that point then, so you went to see Dr. Metcalf. She never asked you any questions about medical or psychiatric?
No.
But she did give you medication?
Yeah.
What type of medication was it?
She gave me a prescription for 28, same as what the Dr. Deborah Colvin had prescribed me for sleeping pills, which were olanzapine.
Right, okay.
Two nurses turned up one night from Hackney Hospital and brought one of these pills out with them. Mm-hmm. And forced me to take it, and said they came in a cab, they weren't leaving without me taking the medication. If I didn't, they would inject me. And I got the horrors. I was uncontrollably shaken. I broke half of one of my teeth with the drinking of the cup of the water to help swallow it.
You mean they forced you to take the medication?
They forced me to take the medication in front of them, one of these. I hadn't taken any one. I've still, as you see, these are the 7, but they're all still here. What the doctor had prescribed me, that's out of another packet, but they're the pills.
Right.
That...
So you took them. So they forced you to take one of the pills, and what did they do then?
Yeah, and then they just left. Within seconds they left.
And they threatened that you'd be injected?
Yeah.
With what?
They just said that we'll take you down to the hospital and we'll inject you if you don't take them. We're taking you in hospital if you don't take them.
Okay. Thank you. So what happened after you took the pill?
They left and I was extremely upset, and I spent 2 hours in the bathroom trying to get the...
What, induced vomiting?
Yeah, and because I'd knocked half of my tooth out, the other half came out when I was inducing vomiting.
Right, okay.
So,
thank you.
I've still got the root stuck in my tooth, actually. They've told me it's £1,200 and it's been like that for 2 years.
Now, you said you were visited later again by, was it a Swedish social worker?
A Swedish social worker and a Muslim social worker. They said they were from the social services. They turned up about 2 o'clock one afternoon, just after that, and I was in the middle of decorating my kitchen, and the Muslim social worker was calling me Miss Follingham, just take your pills, you must take your pills, and just eat. Absolutely, I was totally insulted by him, and the Swedish woman that was with him was embarrassed. And when she said her name is not Miss Follingham, it's Miss Graham, I'm like, I was just embarrassed. He just was. I mean,
and
uncivil.
Right. What were their names?
I don't know.
Did they show you any identification?
No, they hadn't showed me any identification, but I knew it was them as they kind of like walk in the door. I just was intimidated by it all.
So what did he say would happen to you if you didn't take the pills?
They said that they were going to section me. They threatened me with the section, and because they'd done that, I took an emergency judicial review application out in the High Court of the Strand, and they gave me the High Court hearing within a few days. And the case was heard on the 15th of March, and the judge said to me he didn't feel like I would be arrested by Homerton Hospital. He felt like I should go back in a proper judicial review case to get my medical reports and to also get them to answer to me in the court. When I came back from the court on from the 15th, my neighbour told me, Mary, get away from the house. A load of people have been, we don't know who they are, a load of people in black coats have come to arrest you. One of them was screaming over the balcony that you're very sick, we need to take you to the hospital.